guys, thanks for joining me. I am super excited to have Tina Coba with me today. Tina is someone that has been a great Rippler and a good friend of mine for a while now, and I'm super excited to have her and get her observations and thoughts on the Ripple Thought of the Day. So Tina, the Ripple Thought of the Day that I wanted to put in front of you is, in order to make a difference, you have to make an effort. And this is, this is your time. I would just love to hear your perspective on this, how it affects you, maybe how you've applied it, or what you take from this Ripple Thought of the Day.
I think that you have to make an effort. Sometimes things come natural. And when you go above and beyond to just make somebody smile, that's what it's all about. There's a lot of different aspects, I think, of the Rippler, and the whole concept of it. But sometimes some people just need, if you see somebody that's crying or upset, or it could be just smile. A lot of people have name tags. I had said hi. As a matter of fact, this morning, I went to Starbucks and the guy's name was Brian, and I said his name and said, "Well, have a great day, Brian." And he just looked at me and he just smiled. So it can be something as simple as that.
Yeah.
We never know what's happening in somebody else's life, and versus thinking about, man, they're being mean or they're being rude. It's just like, hey, I wonder what's going on in their life. Instead of being antagonizing, show some kindness. A lot of people are saying great, give people grace. And I'm not saying grace, it's just kindness. Because you never know what is happening in somebody else's life. And it makes it easier, because when you do that, then they respond, their whole attitude changes. And it just takes just a little child today that was crying. And I said, "Oh, where's your smiling face?" And, tears coming down, he smiled. But by the time we got to the class, he was like, "I'm smiling," So from the littlest all the way to the adults, just being that person that can bring somebody's joy. And joy doesn't have to be materialistic. Joy can just be exactly, just be there, be present, and I think, a lot of people say the kids need it. Adults need it too.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in adults' lives, and they have to be there for the kids, that I think people forget that adults need it too.
Yeah.
So being there, being present for the people you deal with, and instead of being, oh, they're being rude, or whatever, just turn it around and think, they may have something else going on. So what can I do to make their life better? Here at school, I have a drawer full of chocolate, and first day of school, they were like, "Hey, do you have any?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm falling down. I'll get some." But it's just that little thing that will make somebody smile, and knowing, okay, this one likes this one likes it, and it's not much, but it makes them smile.
Absolutely. I was actually on a trip recently to go deliver a keynote for a conference, and I was at the Holiday Inn Express. I had gone down to get my coffee and just a little something to eat for breakfast. And the lady that was doing the breakfast bar, she was kind of just, all around. She was doing a bunch of stuff, right? But, nobody had really, she hadn't come near me, so I hadn't had a chance to say good morning to her. But, she was kind of putting things out and kind of just, cleaning up tables. People just leave stuff. And you could just tell she was in the zone doing her work. But this guy walks in, huge personality, and he says, "Good morning, sunshine." I honestly think he was actually just making a comment on how bright the sun was coming in from the big window. However, she thought and very well, he might have been meaning her, but you should have seen the smile on her face. And I was there for another 20, 30 minutes, and that smile never left her face, right? That one little thing. I mean, he went on, got his breakfast, and went on to his room. But that one little thing just totally made her morning, right? So that's exactly what you're talking about. So let me ask you one question. If you had to give a tip for folks out there that might be thinking about how do I incorporate becoming a better Rippler, if this, sort of mindset is, what you've got to have front and center, do you have any ideas or strategies to, to make sure when you get up in the morning or you're about to walk out and take on the day to make sure that it stays top of mind? Any tips that you might have for anyone who's curious?
It's hard to be a Rippler if you don't take care of yourself. You have to have your own peace, your own mindset. I walk every morning, and that sets the tone for the day. So if you're not setting your tone for the day and setting your peace, it's hard for you to spread that sunshine.
Yeah.
It's hard for you. So you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't, it's hard to take care of others.
Great.
I think that would be my biggest.
Yeah.
Enjoy the, even if it's not always sunshine here in Texas, it is, but but enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath, enjoy the birds, enjoy the small things,
Yeah.
and don't stress. I was telling a teacher yesterday, don't stress. It's out of your control. Don't stress about it.
Yeah.
Because we stress so much about what's out of our control. So if you want to make a difference, you just don't stress, let it go, and, take care of yourself. And then that's the way that you can be that sunshine for others.
Absolutely. Well, excellent advice. Tina, thank you so much for coming on with me. I really appreciate your perspective and insight on this Ripple Thought of the Day. I want to wish you and all your students a very successful year ahead. I know it's an exciting time, and I can't begin to express how much we appreciate all that you and your colleagues do to be good Ripplers for the students and for those parents and families that that are supporting those students. So I wish you the best school year ahead that you could possibly have.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, take care, and as always, Ripple on.
Definitely.